Hey, everybody, you are watching and listening to the We Are Rising podcast. This is your host, Andrew Benjamin. Very wet because there's a big storm going on here and I got caught in it. Joined again by Mr. Ohio, here to talk Super RIZIN4, Cho RIZIN4. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Andrew. Excited to talk about this. Excited to be back on.
Oh, great, great. I guess, well, first things first. I gotta say that this podcast is sponsored by Shroom Bar. Use the code WAR at checkout for 25% off your first order. You support the podcast by doing that and get a little bit of a cut here so I don't starve to death. These bars have reishi, turkey tail, cordyceps, and microdose of mushrooms. So it has all good stuff. They're good for a snack, pre-workout, post-workout. And yeah, I can't recommend it enough. So go to eatroombar.com, use code WAR for checkout for 25% off your first order. Falling Star beat everybody. Bar hearing those future dollars counting when Mikuru won. Oh, he definitely won. He was definitely happier, I bet, than watching the heavyweight Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Mr. Ohio in the house. Komei Day, you finally are back. So glad to see you back.
What's up, man?
Sir.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope it doesn't bore you.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, let's first talk about the attendance. 43,965 was the attendance reported. Good attendance. So far.
Exceptional attendance.
I heard from people there that it was about 90% full. So, it looked. I don't want to say it looked dire when the shows were starting. When they because everything but the Mikuru and Kleber fights, Kleber seats were available. So like fan seats, everything else was available. So I'm guessing they got a lot of significant walk up,
and probably slash prices.
Oh, I didn't that. Well, if they did, I didn't hear about that.
Okay, I'm just thinking like that would be another way to stimulate ticket sales.
Yeah. And dare I say this? Maybe Playboy with his fan base, maybe with that last minute announcement, he was able to get his people to come in as well. I think.
Yeah, the breaking down
like the Black Rose. I know he's not Black Rose anymore.
No. Didn't him and Ren have a falling out?
So yes, because he took a picture of Billy and Ellie. So also he claimed that he was being bullied by Ren. But I guess he's kind of like Black Rose adjacent almost. So you kind of maybe get those people.
Yeah, it's possible, and I mean, it just reinforces that Mikuru is a huge draw. Like to me, 100%. He was a winner than more in just the fight. It showed he still has a ton of star power.
Yes, yeah. Well, also helps that he's also winning fights.
Yes,
yes. Winning matters. I know there's this big myth that records and winning doesn't matter in Japan. They matter maybe less than here, but they still matter. People
matter at the highest level.
Yes, people want to see people who win. People want to see people. Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, I mean, some people just have that it factor that it doesn't affect them. That wins and losses don't affect them, but some do. It's hard to explain. You can't quite quantify it, I think.
So also the other thing is RIZIN.TV, which is how I watched it and how I presume we all hopefully watched it. Did you see that a little counter for how many people were watching?
I did
on the top left, and I think the high until I stopped watching because I stopped halfway through and then went to bed because I can't stay up late anymore. Well, I think it was 450 was the most number I saw.
450 people.
I think. I don't know, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna assume it's 450 people, which is good. That's great. I think.
Yeah, for that, I mean, I'm hopeful. Hopefully, this nowhere to go but up.
Yeah. WMAC now. By the way, I didn't finish your review of Eugene Shin Izawa mismatch, but I saw the title. I laughed my ass off when I saw the title. Saying he wants to face Kai Saitama Super Arena. Yes. But here's the thing. He didn't say he wanted to do it for RIZIN. He's talking about UFC. So that's not good. That's not good for RIZIN. That's great for UFC.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
We need more Japanese promotions to rise up. Not only RIZIN. There's
Well,
only
you got one
one.
there. Rise is doing pretty darn
Yeah,
good.
RIZIN K1 would be the other two. I mean, did you see that Cena is booked on the next K1 show in an MMA fight?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Maybe.
just saying, like, to me, that indicates they're being kind about it, experimenting. But
Yeah.
there's Japanese. It depends if you're talking about kickboxing. Those are the two number ones. Rise, I would think, is in better shape. As a matter of fact, they have a show. What is it? Saturday or Sunday?
Hmm. Rise. Oh yes, this weekend. This weekend they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They have. It's kind
Yes.
of like a Glory versus Rise show.
Yes. Yes. And then they have oh my God, Chad Collins versus what was it?
Haraguchi.
Haraguchi?
I believe it's Haraguchi.
Okay, that's a really good fight. But I'm just saying, like, as far as Japanese, are you talking about Hamza? Are you talking about promotions in general or MMA promotions specifically?
I can just say right now that unfortunately, like, no other promotion is going to go up. They're just going to stay where they are.
No, I mean, like, you have your RIZIN is number one by far. You have, I'm not going to say you have the minor leagues.
By the way, are you saying Hamza? Was that the number? That's the number I think he's talking about on the
Okay.
RIZIN TV.
Also, were you talking about, like, if you're
talking about
like,
MMA pros? Talking about MMA pros.
Okay, probably not. I would say, like, you have Deep. I think is number 2, Pancrase 3, and then you have like Shudo, Gladiator, Gratchon, Heat, maybe to a point. There's like crossovers, Zest, those types of smaller ones. So it's kind of
they have like a very strict ceiling or a ceiling that you can't pass.
RIZIN in terms of Japan, that's where you want to go if you're content there, but that's a whole nother debate as far as like perception, I guess.
Gotcha.
Am I wrong on that? Because there is a perception about UFC.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I do agree. I do agree that well, here's the thing. Remember Pancreas was the had the UFC thing. I think Shudo as well.
Yes. They were on Fight Pass for a while, I believe.
And yeah, that actually wound up hurting them bad. So yeah, I gotta say, like, I would. Well, here's the thing: you can't watch. So Pancreas now you can only watch live. You can't watch on demand. They don't have. They're also like their stuff is geo blocked as well. Right now, the number 2 de facto is going to be Deep until something else. Unless Pancreas, I don't think Shudo's ever going to change. So yeah, I think right now it's just going to be Deep. Deep seems to be doing good. So yeah, they won't be going anywhere. They can't. They'll go as long as they have the relationship with RIZIN. They'll be okay. They'll be okay.
You would, and isn't Saki part of RIZIN management anyway?
Yes, he is. And wields some sort of things as well. So so yeah, that's how it'll unfortunately be. And what was I gonna say? Really, honestly, the only ones that could rise up are Rise and K1. You can't do anything else. K1 can, but they're run by morons. And Rise is on the Abima Live thing, so they're at least stepping it up a bit. They have English commentary for their show,
which is quite good, by the way.
Oh yeah. I think I was the only person who was buying their fight shows. I think I was pretty sure I'm when they're on fight, I was the only person buying them. Furuhata is here as well. He'll definitely bring some perspective.
Too expensive for courage.
Your price you tended to. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the ticket prices also are much more expensive. Oh, Shuto Sustain was doing better when Sustain wasn't the only promote. That's true. Yeah. And Jay Krish as well. Sorry. He's got his own thing tomorrow, so make sure to tune in for that. Sorry, Mike, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying, Christian, what's up, man?
So yeah, 43,000, good number. So we'll see how Super RIZIN4 does. Also, by the way, as well, broke the curse of Mikuru losing every main event as well, so I'm happy about that. But before we get into
he's 1-3.
Yep. So before we get into the actual show, let's just briefly talk about the preliminary results. Now, apparently there was a whole thing with the trip to Peru. all that stuff. Apparently, Barra said no one won the trip.
Nope. He said, "Yep, no one won it."
Yep. So I hope. I don't know. I don't know. How do you feel about that? I feel like you have to kind of just give it to somebody. It's only
I would
fair.
have just given it to Taka Kenshin because he finished his opponent, but I mean, he was. That's about it. I mean, long story short, the Taiga Kuriaki fight was fun because the grappling was so bad. Taiga's. I will give Taiga credit. He fought through a swollen eye. That was bad. Other than that, it looked like two amateurs. Taka Kenshin, whatever. And then Takahiro Ishida just out wrestled Naoki. I had a feeling that might have been the case, and it
I
was.
expected so much better from Naoki just because he like with the way that first fight went, and he should have just cracked Ishida, and that should have been like an easy knockout, man. Like
Mhm.
it would that should have been an incredibly easy knockout for him. Even for one, I can't recall him even actually getting connecting with like a punch or something.
I don't think he did. He may have connected with a few kicks, but that's about it.
Yeah. So I mean, but like, listen, are we getting Taiga? Are we getting a losing streak with Taiga at MMA? Are we getting are we getting that?
I don't
You think?
know. Like if you're gonna use him again,
It's
I don't
got
know.
you gotta do the whole kick. I like the whole kickboxing thing. I like the whole kickboxers taking on kickboxers in MMA. I love it. I absolutely 100% love it
Yeah,
so
it's
much.
so sloppy. It's fun and funny.
Yeah. Um, but like for shits and giggles, I would just like to see Tyga and Cozy. Have they ever fought? I don't think they've ever
I
actually
think
fought.
they may have fought in K1. I think they might have actually. I don't remember.
I think you listen. You gotta do that or Tyga versus Usa Strong or Kota Miura. You just got that's where you gotta dig for these for like opponents that he can beat.
Mm-hmm. Or book Shogo Kuriaki versus Kota Miura.
Oh yeah, yeah. Um, I know we have to like it's literally gonna be like so and so versus Kota Miura at this point.
How about Tiger Kuriaki versus the Korean fighter that beat Miura last time out?
Oh no, I think he was a one. I feel like that's a one and done guy. I think that guy was brought in. You're supposed to lose, but it was like he was brought in to lose, but like he what was it as to what was it in WCW? He didn't follow the script. I think it was something
Oh, the
like that.
Kevin Nash thing.
Yes, he refused to
Oh,
follow the script. So yeah. Um.
good old
So
Vince
yeah,
Russo.
the magic attack. Yeah. Edipo King is like he's all he does is training now. So because like he almost got schooled by Ryo Sakai, so it only
Yeah.
makes sense that like yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It
Oh
means
my God. Oh Nanva, Keisuke Okuda versus Miura. My God, that is a name I have not heard in a while. That is a guy
mm-hmm.
who who needs to get a win. Well, both of them. Oh, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
Komei Day saying that it only makes K1 International Focus look more dumb if Rizin's getting 500 English viewers. 100%. Um, and here's the thing I've learned. Here's the thing about the match is that, well, about kickboxing. MMA fans will watch kickboxing, but kickboxing fans won't watch MMA.
It's
Kickboxing
weird.
fans hate MMA for whatever reason. Oh, I get it. I get it because they like kickboxing, but I think MMA fans can kind of like enjoy both. So that's why like MMA like you know MMA the match did so well like it did because it attracted both MMA fans and also K1 kickboxing fans. Um, but yeah, Taka Kenshin. I don't know. What is it? What is next for this guy? What is next for this incredibly unathletic sumo guy?
Why don't you book him with Rio Sakai?
Ryo Sakai should destroy him. Honestly, there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
I mean,
Listen,
you should. I mean, you got to use. I mean, he won, so you got to use him. I mean, you don't,
uh,
but you do, if that makes sense.
okay. Furuhata showing the comparison of how much tickets
Mm-hmm.
cost from 2016. Um, that is significantly cheaper. That is significantly cheaper, especially for the VIP thing.
Yeah, it is.
Um, but I still want Cena, man. I want Cena back. I want Cena back just fighting. He caught all the potatoes in RIZIN. I really do.
If he wins this next one, why not book him versus Taka Kenshin on New Year's Eve?
100%, 100%. That they should absolutely do that. And the top is the 29th. Okay, yes, because the 2 days. Yes.
Got it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, for 29th and 31st. Oh, okay, gotcha. It makes sense why the 31st is actually more. Why the prices are more for the New Year's Eve, actual New Year's Eve thing. What was I gonna say? Ashita finally getting a win.
Bring him back as a gatekeeper.
I think he's the ultimate gatekeeper. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Even though I think he was supposed to lose this one. I think he was supposed to lose this one.
But good on him. Good on him for breaking the plan.
Yeah. For not following the script. So now we're going to jump up and work our way down as we usually do. We're going to talk about the main event, and there's a few things we could talk about. Mikuru Asakura avenging his loss to Clever Koike, and no, it wasn't a Robert. Was it a robbery? So that has been a point of contention among Clever himself and I guess some Japanese fans. Though it seems like mostly around our circle, we think that Mikuru won.
I thought Mikuru won handily.
So I'm trying to, and Furuhata-san, if you're there, maybe I don't know if you saw the judges' scorecards or any reason why that one judge gave it to Clever, but I would have to suspect the reason why he got it, or one judge thought, because Clever was doing the generalship of the fight.
Yeah, he was going for the takedowns and stuff.
Takedowns. He was the one who was basically controlling Mikuru. Even if he was pulling guard and he was attempting the finishes and all that stuff. So that is only what I could come up with.
No damage.
Yeah, no damage. Like virtually zero damage. Virtually zero, like negative damage almost maybe. Yeah, I thought Mikuru won pretty handily. When I heard the split decision, I was like, wait, what? Are they gonna actually do that? And I was like, no, okay. So
the two judges got it right.
Yeah.
Mikuru, I thought he didn't do a ton, but his takedown defense looked a lot better.
Oh yeah, and he swept Clever in that first one. Listen, fuck man, if you sleep Clever, good on you, man. Good on you, man.
Absolutely. And also, I thought he landed enough good left hands and body punches in general, I think, to carry enough damage to win that fight. I thought Mikuru it wasn't the most exciting, but there was drama, and I thought Mikuru looked more disciplined than he did in the past.
Yes.
So that's a good thing. And I was also going to say that Kleber did not use the elbows this time.
No, he did not. No.
Which I was surprised.
I'm looking at the price. So yeah, VVIP is 1 million yen. Let's see. Well, VIP, that was 220,000 yen for this one, and then okay. So yeah, they've gone up significantly. Yeah. Also, probably doesn't hurt as well that Mikuru was on the main card as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely makes stuff.
Yeah, and I wonder if there was tentativeness because of the Shad fight.
Yeah, he honestly did look a little gun shy.
Oh, Judge Tomoki gave it to Kleber based on generalship. That's what I thought. Yeah. Yeah. RIZIN judging has been a weird lately. It was great before. Now fighters are being, I feel like, almost misjudged on things. Or they're weighing some things too much. Here's the thing. I know, and this might get some hate from me. I think unified judging is so much better. Judging, not rules, is better. There's a lot more consistency in what you can do to get a win. Now, of course, there's always gonna be fuck ups, but like, I think the generalship thing needs to be specified. There has to be specifics. Going for a takedown or pulling the guard or whatever and not advancing whatever should not be.
Yeah, that was always the problem.
Yeah, that was always the problem with unified rules, that you'd have guys just kind of like just hold the guy's legs and then do nothing, and you would have fighters win on that. And unified kind of changed that a little bit, and now Nevada State Athletic Commission did that. Yeah. WMA they did just they changed it recently. Now it's favors control wing generation over damage attempt to finish. Yeah, the damage attempt has to be, you have to look like Patricky Pitbull did, or Tyga. What happened with Tyga in the fight to like for it to be considered damage. So yeah. Um but yeah. So what with Mikuru winning. And actually, sorry, I want to go back to what you said, Falling Star. You had a question that was on topic. Oh yeah, should Mikuru fight for the title and then fight Ren? They should try to beat the pride record number of 75,000 Mikuru and Ren.
They wouldn't be able to do that, I don't
Well,
think.
not for Saitama. They could do for
No.
Tokyo Dome.
The Tokyo Dome seats about 55K, I think it is. You're talking about the National Stadium, which I think was good. I think it's gone now, but anyway, it was. Okay. I think the attendance for the Dynamite show, the real attendance, I think was what, like 78, 79K, whatever it was. It wasn't 90 whatever thousand. It was the 78K or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Hamza also brings up action too if there's no submission attempt. See, here's the thing about submission attempts. The problem with submission attempts is that unless the submission is in, I don't know how you really score that. Like, yeah. Like if you're if I put you in a triangle but you just stand up and get out from it, should I be awarded points for because I put on a shitty triangle?
No.
No, let's see. If they use old prices for Mikuru Ren. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. But they're not gonna go back to old prices, unfortunately. So
you'd have to use an outdoor stadium though.
Yeah, and also Just Bleed fans, right? Mikuru definitely would have that would have been a unanimous for Mikuru under
yes
unified. But yeah. So what do you think? Title next for him? Well, I guess after Shad Klesnik and then Ren, or Ren.
I would go with Ren. I would cash in with Ren because one, Ren's injury prone as hell. And two, you never know if Mikuru will lose. I wouldn't take the risk. I would just cash in. I think one thing is that I'm coming to terms that I don't think Ren's in this for the long term. I think he's gonna, I know he likes to say, "Oh, I'm going to be going to UFC and all that stuff." With this, how infrequently he fights, I cannot believe this guy is going to be in a fight game long, quite honestly. So, he's just too injury prone.
Yeah, so I think you need to you need, and then that was a big worry. If you lose this, that would possibly stall that match, or maybe even
derail that.
Shuhurata even said Shuhurata even said that if Mikuru loses, we're not going to be interested in that match anymore. No, I see what you're saying. You don't need to do it you can do it for a Tokyo Dome show next year. I think here's the thing. You definitely don't need it for New Year's Eve. You could do it if you want to do it for Super RIZIN next year, but then you got to keep Mikuru busy. I don't think you put him up against the winner of, I don't think you should put him up against the winner of Shad and Klesnik.
No, but would you put him in a rematch with Karamov?
People are saying that, and I'm not opposed to this kind of return the form Mikuru, the resurrection of Mikuru, I guess you could say. I'm fond of that Karamov, that's a tougher fight than Kleber.
Would you put him in with Nazimov?
That's also pretty risky.
Or would you put him in with maybe with a new generation fighter, like say the winner of Takagi and oh my god, I'm blanking on his name, the Pancrase champion.
Kisa Miyagi?
Yes.
Well, he went if he beats Ryo Takagi. Yeah, I mean, I think Mikuru could win that one.
I'm saying, do you do something like that just to keep Mikuru busy?
I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. But I feel like they might do Karamov. Shuhara's bullshitting. I don't know if he's bullshitting, man. There is a lot of money there, but
But if someone loses, there is that possibility that the interest just dies.
Yeah. That's why this fight was a big risk. It really was a big risk. Do you think RIZIN should charge higher for the Mikuru Ren pay-per-view just this once? 500,000 for $80? Oh no. No, 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 no,
No,
no, no, no, no, no, no.
because
Don't do that.
you'd be risking getting a lot of the fans angry with that.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't charge UFC prices for RIZIN shows. Never do that, please. Ever, ever,
No,
ever.
no. One of the things that sets RIZIN apart is that the shows are almost always quality and the price is reasonable.
Hamza says, well, I don't know about RIZIN's finances, but I appreciate you thinking that I'm that in. But do you think they can sign guys like Saladic, Saladin, Papain, Malakin, Rugreg? Well, first of all, I think one, two, three of the two of those guys are with one, right? Malakin and
Goldish
Rugreg.
is still with one. Malakin's with one. Rugrug is still with Rugrug.
Okay.
Whatever is still with one. Yes.
So that's not happening. Saladic,
Overpaid at that.
Saladic, I think is probably going to be UFC bound.
Yes.
Also, Saladin, Saladic, and we had this huge discussion in the Discord. You get these guys to come into RIZIN, they're mowing down every Japanese guy. There's like, and RIZIN's whole thing is they want to show the strength of Japanese martial arts, Japanese fighters. You bring Saladic in, and he'll just murder. He'll murder even the. You put him up against Sidario. I would say Saladic beats Sidario in a fight. That's how good he is. Same thing with Saladin, who's
lightweight.
What is he? Is he lightweight? Yeah. So yeah, they could, but you gotta put him up against interesting people as well. Like you put Saladic against, I don't know, Hosta Osman. He'll murder Abe. That's the thing.
I know, but I'm saying like there's no Japanese. There's not many, if any, frankly, decent Japanese fighters at 170 and above.
Yeah, so
that's the biggest issue, and you're going to be paying these guys a decent amount of money to come in and not draw any and not contribute anything as far as money. They won't sell one ticket. They won't do anything.
Yeah, Hamza. Yeah, but I think isn't he doing a boxing match?
I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Andrew, my point is, you don't sign foreigners just to sign them. Yeah. It's a waste of money. They need to have a purpose, and they need to actually have.
There's a reason why you see former UFC guys and people who got eliminated on RTU and Dana White Contender Series. You know,
because they're affordable.
Well, yeah, and also there's a reason why they can't woo people like Justin Gaethje out of their contracts or buy those contracts. I'll just put it that way. Mm-hmm. Saladic is doing boxing. Oh, okay. I thought it was.
I thought it was the French guy.
Maybe they're both doing boxing.
Maybe, but either wait. So is
Ren? Hopefully,
but there's nothing. It's nothing official yet. We don't even know when Ren's going to come back yet.
Quickly going back to Komei Days point. Yeah, you don't have to do it for New Year's. I think you could do it for Super RIZIN5. You know, as long as Ren doesn't get injured. That's the other. I think that's even a bigger factor. Is that Ren is so injury prone? Mm-hmm. You almost. That's why I think you should. I think you said that. That's why they should do it first. Then you could do whatever title things after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because with Ren, if Ren wasn't injury prone, yes,
they're both doing boxing. Okay.
Okay, but if Ren wasn't injury prone, it's an entirely different conversation. But you got to assume that he's prone. You got to assume that he's going to get hurt at almost every juncture at this point.
Yeah, you kind of have the same problem with Kai, where like you have all these big matches you could do with Kai, but he just keeps getting injured. You know, so yeah. Okay. Saladic is boxing September 6th in Fame, Poland. I think also, and then that's the same one that Saladin is, right? I think. Because remember the whole thing was it? Oh no, it was Parnis. Was like, oh, I have a big announcement. That was what he was, right?
Maybe.
And it's like RIZIN market. It will grow RIZIN market in Europe. Well, here's the thing: Europe market is already fine. You know, they have KSW, Octagon, the other one. Forgetting the other one, the big one.
Octagon, KSW, Cage Warriors?
Maybe. Maybe Cage Warriors. But nonetheless, Octagon and KSW, which are doing fine. Listen, there's a reason why they sent Samo Chuk to RIZIN and not Phil DeFreeze or anybody else. Yeah, yes, Zambibo. That's what I'm thinking of. Hexagon. That's the other one. There's a reason why that the good guys don't get sent. I should say the good, but the high level guys don't get sent to RIZIN. And I don't think I looked it up. I don't think Octagon's ever sent somebody to RIZIN as well, as far as I could find. I don't know if there was a fighter who ever fought in Octagon who then went to RIZIN, maybe, but I've never seen. I couldn't find anybody. So
just KSW as of this
yeah,
moment.
yeah. So and right now, I don't think RIZIN needs to grow their market in Europe as so much that I think America's would be better for them. I think they can tap into the American market easier than Europe. I personally feel like.
But they need to act. But they need to keep growing in Japan first.
Oh yeah, Japan first. As the was it the Sansito party says, Japan first. Let's not get into that.
Yeah.
But question, Clever, Mr. Clever. So I saw RIZIN's doing this thing now. I love it on Twitter where they're like, "Oh, who should that so and so face?" And this makes my job so much more easier. But yeah, Clever, who do you think he should face next?
Well, if you want a bounce back fight, put him in with Suguru Ni.
Oh, that's interesting. So, but what about Pitbull? What about this Pitbull? Has he ever done 145?
I'm not sure, but considering what happened, was it Patricky that put and Kleber that got into it? Or was it Patricio?
I don't even. Well, one of them. It was one of them.
Yeah, I mean, you got that potentially. I suppose you could do Shuya Kimura, but Kleber would run through him, I think.
I don't know. After the way that what Nomura just did to him, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was talking about Kleber.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Kleber. Oh, Kleber. Oh, yes.
And then how about Kleber versus Takeji Yokoyama?
Oh, that'd be a fun one. Two jiu-jitsu guys.
Yeah.
No striking. How about that? Hamza says, "Oh, disagree because Europe is easy because all of them are behind their guys, unlike us." I don't know. I feel like the American market is just kind of dire right now. That's why you can tap in with something so much more easier. Europe is fine for the most part. Like Mike said, Cage Warriors, KSW, Octagon, Hexagon, they're doing well. America, like, what do we have besides UFC? LFA, CFFC,
PFL.
Oh yeah, PFL as well. So we got PFL. So, but
yeah, but UFC is such a monopoly in this country.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's no other way to say it.
Okay, Kleber has done 155 before. Okay, so yeah, you can have Kleber go up. I don't know how much longer it's going to take for him to get the 145. Even on commentary, they were saying that Kleber looked like shit. In terms of like he looked like physically not that good.
Drain. If he needs to move to 155, there's plenty of good matches.
That would actually be good. That would be a good 155 fight, I think. Him versus Patricky, and they said that Patricky has multiple fights with RIZIN, so I think that's a fine fight.
Yeah, and then I mean, well, honestly, I would give Patricky and I would build it up a bit. I would give both of them wins and then have them fight each other.
Yeah.
Because Patricky's lost 5 fights in a row. Give him a gimme.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's just go into that fight as well because it was a co-main.
Mm-hmm.
That was like that took me out my seat. I was like, what? This is a co-main? Yeah. Yeah.
Shuto Nomura looked really good here.
Yeah, man.
Like he outboxed, outstruck Patricky Pitbull. I thought Pitbull looked really slow. Not sure how much of that is his age or how much or was because of Nomura.
I think it's everything. It was him getting just pounded. I think it's his age. I think it's the wars he's been in. He's just, I'm not one of those people who says when someone should retire, but unless he gets like if he gets like a Kleber for his next fight, sure. Like I would say go with that, but like this is getting close to like oof, there's like your reaction time is bad. You're getting pieced up. Patricky I think knocks him out 10 years ago. The Pitbull knocks him out 10 years ago. Yeah, he wasn't using his jiu-jitsu, even though he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
He did look shop worn. I'm not gonna, and it was disappointing because Patricky Pitbull used to be really good.
Yeah.
He was really good all around, but yeah, he looked very slow here. And credit to Nomura for doing what he needed to do.
Ren versus Asuka New Year's Eve. I don't think that, we talked about this before, Sam. We don't think it doesn't have to be for New Year's Eve, though. With how bad Ren gets injured, you might almost have to kind of do it.
Yeah.
Almost just to kind of like just get out of the way in case if some shit happens.
Because if you, what's worse, not waiting too long or not booking it at all?
Does Japan have any 185, 170 guys that are good? No. Sorry, no. No, they really don't. Kanehara, I was so behind on Kanehara. Okay, the one guy who might be actually good is the guy who Logan Story beat. But even then, like
Kikuri?
Yeah, Kikuri is still like, I don't know. Like, I still think he would get pieced up by a Solid Dick or somebody like that. But they're really like, no, 175, 185 is 171, 185 is just.
Wasn't there like an unbeaten fighter who won a title in Pancrase at one of those two weights?
Yeah, but like, well, Kanehara was undefeated.
Right. I'm just saying, like, if we're looking at anyone,
that's like, it's a maybe because like once those guys actually face like tough people, they lose. They start just losing all the time. It's yeah. And Ferrata, thank you so much. Love you guys. I'm surprised a lot of you who speak English follow. Yes, there's a lot of us. Otaku Gaikokujin who are like JMMA. Two judges didn't give Nomura a point. To Mohammed, where did you find the judges things? Because I try to find
it on the JMOC Twitter page.
Oh, maybe that's why. Because I don't think I follow them. I actually don't follow them. I don't think so. Okay, so wow, that is absurd.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. How do you not?
I don't know. How do you? What you have to hit your opponent with a sledgehammer like Triple H?
We have some Japanese here, so well, Mike, we have to put our Japanese brains on. I see something Japan RIZIN.
Nihon icho demo RIZIN ga. I don't know those other kanji. Ninatte ite.
Nita te.
Ninatte ite. I don't know that. I don't know that other kanji. I don't know that other kanji. Still learning it.
Yohei, sumimasen. Ego kudasai. Ego kudasai.
Or hiragana onegaishimasu.
Oh, Furata, thank you. For topic of talk. Yes, RIZIN. Yes, so there's Japanese RIZIN. I think is this Japanese RIZIN is the topic of yes, it is. Super RIZIN 5 next year could be another date. Yes, but again, problem is that Ren is injury prone, and yeah, Furata, while UFC did cause that, there are some of us who are that still came around. RIZIN came around. Oh, Furata is the one who's actually translating for us. So topic of talk to be other than Japan.
Yeah, Nihon ijo.
Oh, okay. So is he asking
other than Japan? Yeah, topic.
While you figure that. Oops, I lost the comment.
Other than Japan, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so the kanji is not my strong point yet, Andrew.
Neither is mine. So okay. Sam actually helped translate. He said RIZIN being a hot topic outside of Japan, and he's happy.
Oh, Tanoshi?
Was that Tanoshi? Hamza, why do Japanese guys want to fight in UFC? Well, if you remember this, you remember also this year there was a guy named Kai Sakura. He's a very popular fighter in RIZIN, and Sakaki Bara let him basically come out and say, "Hey, I'm going to UFC," and also made comments in pressers saying, "Hey, we are trying to get Kai to go to UFC." So with Kai going to UFC, basically opened a door that all these other guys want to be like Kai. So hashtag UFC dreams was a we were joking is what we called it. So it means I want to make more people other than Japanese talk about RIZIN. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes, we want to try to do the same, Yohei. So please, we're trying our best. Sorry, but let's go back to Nomura. We kind of talked about Pitbull, but Nomura, Satoshi came in. Looks like he's gonna be the next title challenger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you
And
give him a do you give him a fair shake against Satoshi?
yeah, I do. If he keeps the fight standing, I think he can make it interesting. Dude's fat, got really good stand up, and he's really fast, and he moves pretty well. And Satoshi, as good as as much as his stand up has improved, he's very upright and stiff.
So
Like he goes to the ground, he's done.
yeah. So yeah, that's the thing is that if Satoshi could just decide to like, I'm not standing with this homie here. I'm just gonna take him down and choke him out. That's a scary thing, man. That's a scary thing. But I'm kind of intrigued. I'm really intrigued. Other question: do you think the ref should have stopped this fight?
No, I thought he could. I thought because of Patricki's reputation and who he is, I think you let it go a little bit longer.
I'm of the belief that if it's in third round and you're bleeding buckets, you have to finish that round. I think that's only fair to the fighters. Now, if this cut happened the first round, I could kind of get them stopping it.
Yeah. I wasn't talking about the stoppage, but because Patricki was ready to go at
yeah,
one point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's
but
what
like,
I was referring to.
Remember there was that one time when Patricki got rocked and
Yes.
he was pounding him and Patricki was like covering up. I'm surprised they didn't stop it right there. I'm really surprised they didn't.
I was
too. He was doing
but
nothing.
They let him go on his shield because I think partially because of who he is.
I guess so. Yeah. It was also the co-main as well.
Yeah. So you do tend to get more. The refs seem to give more latitude towards the fighters with that.
Falling Stars has a question. Do you think Izawa is to be on another undercard before the Reina fight for RIZIN and make that fight a priority? Well, I don't know. We're gonna briefly talk about that fight later because
they should do her versus Moeri Suda next.
Yeah, because she ain't gonna fight Reina. No, she's not fighting Reina.
The politics with that, or whatever it is, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of those fights like Kai and Inoue. I feel like there's one or two. It will be like a Khabib Ferguson, where like these two are just never gonna fight each other. If they surprise, I will be so surprised if they fight. But Sam, I hope you're still here because we are going to talk about your guy Yaman, comeback of the night, putting away Kanehara in third and Kanehara retiring. Oh yeah, and he also agrees. That it was like deep.
Yeah.
Because remember, don't forget, I'm always gonna say, I think if this was Mikuru versus Pitbull, I think they would have stopped it because
and also Mikuru. That ridiculous stoppage with Chihiro and Mikuru.
Yeah. Morisuda has a fight booked for September deep. Oh well, I guess he's out. I guess look up some Adam Weight from Thailand because I guess that's who Izawa's gonna fight next because I have no idea who she's gonna fight next.
Oh, I get it. If she wins a knockout, have her fight Amp the Rocket.
Oh yes, yeah. Anything but Rain at this point. That'll be Izawa versus you is more likely to happen than Izawa versus Rain at this point. But yeah, listen. I thought about what you were saying, Mike, when I was like, fuck, did I make the wrong decision when I was watching this fight? I was like, oh fuck, he's just gonna take him down for 3 rounds. I have no idea what happened. Where like both these guys were just getting exhausted. Oh wait, WMA's Izawa. Okay. If she wants that, sure. Let's see if it actually happens. But yeah. Yeah, taking him down for 3 rounds and then just starts getting exhausted. Yaman getting exhausted as well, but still throwing heat. Knocks him out. Uppercuts. Swarms on him. Then throws up in a bucket later. And then Kanehara is the one who's getting up, walking around. Like, if you showed that to a friend and said, who won this fight? They'd be like, oh, Kanehara won. Right? And you'd be like, no, it's the guy who's throwing up in the bucket. I mean, man, this was a roller coaster. This
it was, and hell of a way for Kanehara to go out.
I almost don't think he has to retire because he looked good.
He did, but it's like he said he was going to retire. I'll take him at his word. He had hell of a career.
Yeah.
This was a really fun fight.
Yeah. Iberian Otaku. You see, here's the thing I've pegged that Yaman may be on his way to being the best this era kickboxer to MMA guy. He seems to be actually learning MMA. He seems to be actually doing the shit that like Taiga and Naoki are not doing. He's actually learning. He's actually putting in the work. but he also knows where his strengths is, and it's like, oh, I'm a striker, I'm gonna strike him. Unlike Tiger, who's like, oh, I'm a striker, but I'm in MMA, time to grapple. So,
Mhm.
sorry. So yeah, Yaman, listen, and even in his losses, Doubtbeck, um, Hiramoto, which is more that was kind of more kickboxing fight, even though it was
Mhm.
MMA. He still looks good, man. This guy still looks good.
And a correction, they did say I think his record on the broadcast was 1-2 going in. It was 2-2, so he's 3-2 now.
Okay, do they count the Kota Miura fight,
I
or is it?
don't think so, but it should. That was full MMA, I think.
It was like no, it was actually a weird custom. It was because I don't think they had I don't think soccer kicks were allowed.
But
I
even
believe.
then, I would think, I thought it was an official fight.
No, it was, but like it had like special rules in terms of what they could and couldn't do.
So what? I mean, it's still a fight. He
Okay,
should be 3-2 because he beat Miura, Hiroaki Suzuki, now Kanehara. So he should be three
oh,
and two.
gotcha. Sad to see another legend retire, but do you think Ryzen will do like an actual ceremony for him, like they did with
I hope
Ishiwatari?
so. I
I hope
really
they
hope.
do.
I hope so because he freaking deserves it.
Oh, absolutely. Especially like don't think he fought in Pride, but he was in Sengoku, UFC.
He fought in Sengoku. He fought in. I mean, I guess you could say Dream because of Dynamite
That's
against
true.
Kid
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve. He fought UFC, fought Ryzen. So yeah.
Yep. So I mean, it's just so long and story. You gotta do something.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yep. Fought Kid and Dream. That's the one we're thinking of, or
Yeah,
that you
because
were
New
thinking of.
Year's Eve, it was Dynamite 2009. I wasn't sure because it was it wasn't technically Dream. That's why I was wondering.
Okay. Furuhata, he was saying that he's glad that people other than Japan are talking about Ryzen. So Yohei-san, if you're here, appreciate the support. Arigato gozaimasu. So thank you so much.
She, I think, is glad.
Yeah.
But
Um, Tanoshi des. Tanoshi des. Please
mhm.
enjoy.
Tanashi got
Um,
it.
and was it? I think thank you for the support would be um, Otsukare,
Ureshi.
Otsukare.
It's
What's that?
Ureshi.
Iturashi?
Ureshi. Yeah.
Udeshi des. Um, yeah, UFC Vet 2 fought Korean Zombie. So yeah, hopefully he gets a ceremony. Like do it for. It'd be cool if they did for New Year's Eve. I think that'd be appropriate time for a retirement ceremony. Um, Yaman though, hopefully he doesn't throw up. Is it? I don't know why he got so exhausted in this fight, man. That's the one thing I was like, because like the Dotback fight I thought was more brutal, but he like,
Probably having to defend all the takedowns.
I mean, he still get. If he threw up during the ring, if he threw up during the, imagine if he threw up during the match.
It would have been
Like that
stopped.
would have been a lot. That would have
It would
been
have
like
been
lost.
stopped. I can think of one fighter who did that. It was boxing. It was I want to say it was 2002. I think it was Nate Campbell versus Robbie Peden. That might have been on the Paul Spadafora Angel Manfredi undercard where
Yeah.
Nate Campbell beat Peden so bad that he threw up in the bucket in his corner.
So was that in between rounds?
Yeah,
Okay, but if you throw up in between rounds, does that still count?
that should be the end.
Okay.
That's why it
'Cause I
ended.
get during the match. I get during the match that like
I would say, yeah.
why?
I mean, how the
Okay.
hell are you gonna justify someone
Well,
continuing
because here's the thing:
literally
we have
throwing up?
people, we've seen fighters shit in the ring and not being stopped. So,
Ooh, I can't remember.
oh, Iberia has an interesting thing. He says he fights similar to Derek Lewis. I think he's more coordinated than Derek Lewis, but I
And he
get the
throws more than Derek Lewis,
yeah,
and he
but I get
actually
the
can defend a
comparison.
takedown somewhat.
Yeah, I do get the point. I do get the
Mhm.
point, though. I'm Sarah. Sam does not like that comparison.
He also doesn't pretend to pretend to be a dog and pee on people.
um, he's got for his next fight that he wins. He'll have to say, Kintama ga atsui desu. What's it? Kintama ga atsui desu. My balls are
Something,
hot.
yeah.
My balls are hot. My balls are on fire. Whatever. Derek Lewis says. Yaman will have to do that next time.
Oh,
But yeah,
my balls is hot.
yeah. What do you think for Yaman next? People were like talking about this in Discord. We thought Chihiro could be a good match. I'm not opposed to Kleber as well. The
Well, if you
Kleber.
want to put him with someone with a win, dare I say, maybe you book him with Nazimov?
That's interesting. That's an interesting one. I like that. I like it.
Because I
And
don't think he's
it was blood. Okay.
okay. Because I thought was it Pete? I thought Peden had Nate Cam. I thought it was Nate Campbell that had him puking in between rounds. I could be wrong.
So, but yeah, Sam has some good suggestions. Hagiwara, Kleber, Chihiro. I think Chihiro is the one the most likely you could do. I'm not, and Kleber as well, maybe. But the Hagiwara, though, I think they're going to do. I think Hagiwara they're going to save for Akimoto or Nazimov, like we were talking about before, Mike.
Yes.
But I'm not saying that they shouldn't do Yaman versus Hagiwara. I think that's a very interesting fight, and those two would shit talk each other.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I would go with. I want to see these three with different opponents.
Yeah, I get it. I think also Yaman. I'm fine with him going up against Chihiro Kleber because I think he's doing the MMA work. I think he's doing the MMA work, and you don't have to worry about him getting taken down, submitted in the first round. I mean, that could happen to Kleber potentially, but I think he's becoming a much more a better MMA fighter. He's advancing faster than some of his contemporaries. Mike, all good there?
Yep, I'm fine.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, I get yeah, we get to see Dotback versus Akimoto. Maybe we'll get that down the line. So actually, let's talk about that. Well, that fight didn't really take place, but the replacement, Playboy, was a replacement for Dotback, and Akimoto made very easy work of Playboy. Yeah. Anything to say?
I mean, good on Playboy for taking the fight on short notice, but I mean, he was just out of his depth. He looks like an 0-2 kickboxer.
I actually says Yaman should fight Archuleta. I don't want Archuleta back in RIZIN. Sorry. Sorry. Let him continue his work in the cage. And then maybe 3 or 4 more.
And as far as Akimoto, I wouldn't put him with Hagiwara. I would wait till Doubtbeck gets better and then put him with Doubtbeck.
You think they should still try to do that match?
I do, because that's a really good fight. That's a New Year's Eve level, like, semi-main, I think.
What about, so the question is, so I know that Akimoto talked about 135, 145. Do you think you rebook that fight both for 135?
If they can both make weight, sure.
Well, Doubtback I think can, and I think Akimoto can.
I would definitely try, but honestly, I would like to see both of them commit to a weight class. Don't go up and down, up and down.
Yeah, I think so too. Black Rose Lieutenant, former Black Rose Lieutenant Playboy.
Mm-hmm.
Falling Star says RIZIN should wait for one championship to be desperate to buy the MMA division, or should buy now to integrate the fighters to RIZIN now. Well, I don't think the one's going to do that.
Just wait for one to shutter it completely, then go for whoever they release.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this right now: not everybody in the one MMA division should be in RIZIN.
No. Like
off the top of my head,
Yuya Wakamatsu. Yes.
Wakamatsu. Wada.
Wada would be fun. Oh my god. Joshua the Passion Pashio.
Oh, Pashio. The guy who
would be an interesting addition. Christian Lee, I don't think maybe would be good at lightweight.
I have no idea what you do with the Lees though. Like after because one was like they're like I don't know how to explain. They're one's Golden Boys. Yes, Golden Boys, Golden Girls. So like, wait, hold on. Was Christian Lee was that the whole thing where they apparently was he the one that had that thing where he said they beat up some RIZIN fighter during training? Was that him?
Yes, I think they claim it was me. I think the implication was it was Mikuru.
I would just get Christian Lee for that one fight, sign for one fight, and you build up on that thing. I think you do something like that. You can't let something like that go away and be like,
No, but we know that Chatri loves to talk, and most of what he says is BS.
It's also possible it's bullshit as well. It's also possible it's
yeah, but then again, a lot. Idrim. Marias, that would be a fun one.
And Andrade.
Yeah, they would be cool. They would be quality additions. What maybe John? Well, no, because John Lineker wouldn't be able to make a weight for anything, would he?
No. And we'll talk about making weight later, but yeah,
Mhm.
there's very few. There's very few. None of the heavyweight guys. Don't bring them in. I don't need to see Rug and Rise. It'd be hilarious, but nah. And then 170, 180, nah. It'll have to be like the lower weight guys for that.
Mhm.
Oh yes, we know. Yes, Playboy. We know the term Playboy. Yeah. But yeah. Akamoto, we just talked about. What do you think about Playboy next?
Well, put him in with a kickboxer. Put him in with like Shogo Kuriaki or Taiga.
I was about to say that, yeah. Or maybe whoever wins the Umeno.
Tetsuya Yamato.
Oh yeah, it was Yamamoto, and also Usatatsu, yeah. Or if you want
Uzatsu in MMA.
yeah. Listen, I
opposed.
think he'll probably say yes to MMA, right?
Yeah, I would think. I mean, he's not going to make that type of money in K1.
for the Fuji TV belt. Yeah, do that. Fucking Fuji TV belt. Oh yeah, actually, so might as well just talk about the announcements that were made. We'll just briefly talk about them for RIZIN 51 in Nagoya in September because RIZIN hates October for whatever reason. Satoshi versus Shunta is official. Shadulia versus Kolesnik for the featherweight championship. Shoko Sato versus Danny Sabato. That's going to be a brutal fight. That could be a brutal fight, I should say. Genji Omeno versus Catfish. Tetsuya Yamato, former K1, taking on Takahiro Okuyama. Ryo Takagi versus Kisa Miyake. That's a pancreas match. And Daichi Tomozawa versus Joe Hiromo, continuing the Black Rose versus breaking down JTT thing. What do you think so far?
I think it's pretty damn good. I love. I don't think it's official, but pretty much confirmed. Satoshi versus Nomura for the lightweight title.
Yeah.
Julia versus Kolesnik is a very good match. Kolesnik very much deserves his title shot.
Yeah.
Arguably the hardest opponent that Shadulayev has fought so far.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by Tetsuya Yamato just because I've watched him for so long, since 2010.
I didn't realize how old he was.
He's 38. I believe he's 38 now, and he won the whatever the weight class was, the K1 Max tournament in 2010 at that weight. Former K1 this generation's K1, he won that title. I think he might have been in one at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he does. I
think overall though it looks good. Pretty strong Nagoya card.
Yeah, and I think Sakakibara said something about like maybe 7 or 8 more fights. I would assume a couple of those would be openings.
Yeah, the GP fights.
Yeah, you have the GP fights.
The Kobe would be too late to do them because the Kobe is in November.
And plus the IG arena I think seats 20,000. So it's not small. It's not the Dolphins arena. So they're gonna have to load this card, and by all accounts, they are.
Yeah. I think we hit the nail on the head with Playboy. Actually, also don't forget former K1 guy. I always forget about that he's a former K1 guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We're gonna go on to the sole title fight of this entire show because one did not happen. This was something else. This is not how I predicted this fight was going to go. But yeah, Naoki Inoue just didn't go to the ground once.
No.
Didn't even go to the ground once. Just pieced up Fukuda. I mean, he just dominated him 3 rounds. Like, it would be like 30-27 if you judged like that way.
Yes. As a boxing fan, like... This was beautiful. Like that jab, Inoue's jab was so perfect and so well executed. I was frankly really surprised. Like it was. Did you
hear that? Also, commentary said that he trained at like altitude.
Yes, well. I caught that too, and that was a textbook example of how to win a fight essentially with one hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, and Fukuda's a good fighter.
Yeah.
So for him to dominate like that's super impressive.
I thought Inoue was just gonna take him to the ground, just work ground stuff for most of the fight. But from day one, when he came to Rise, and if you saw watch stuff in UFC, Inoue's boxing was shit. It was terrible. It was flat footed, very awkward. But like this is he just got so much better since then.
Mhm.
I it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
seriously like amazing.
His
Like and
technical his technique is sublime, especially for an MMA fighter.
yeah.
Like that he can box his ass off.
Yeah. If you said if he was gonna do like boxing next, I'd be like, he's ready for it. Like just for like traditional boxing, he could do it.
Yeah.
He can absolutely. I think he could do 100%. Um, Now if Inoue doesn't go to UFC, let's say if he happens to fight, you think Sabato Sato winner should be the next, or
Yeah, I
maybe
would probably
Ando?
say I would or
I
who?
would Ando or Ando maybe.
I would prefer Ando because it's a more
Yeah.
interesting fight.
Oh, absolutely 100%. Fukuda though, hopefully he'll be back. He's got to
Yeah,
be back.
I would honestly I'd book him with Ji Young Yang.
I think that's a fine fight to make. That's a fine fight to make. But he'll probably fight in deep before then.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. If he wants to take a comeback fight, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And actually, so actually, I have
On
my notes that we're going to talk about the Ando fight next. But I kind of this one fight is like staring at me in the middle. I just want to just get over with. Izawa
Mhm.
beating Eugene Shin because I don't know if WMMA scenes is here now. I just want to get over with. Yeah, she tapped her out. Nothing happened. Any
Yep.
thoughts?
No, Seiki did what she had to do and just fight Moeri Suda, please.
Yeah. Anything about Eugene Shin? Have her back?
No.
Nope.
No.
Nope. That's it. Anyway, let's talk about the actual cool fight. Ando doing what he did to Ji Young Yang. Oh
Oh,
man, that like you were not exaggerating when you talked about the size difference.
no.
Well, the
No.
size of Yang.
Oh my god, he looks like a freaking lightweight.
Yeah, and I thought like, oh god, he's gonna just overpower him. And no, like remember there was that double knockdown at the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was cool.
I was like, oh no,
Nando
oh
was
no.
affected more.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, oh no, Ando's gonna get knocked out. And then, oh man, like, and then he clocked Yang and then just took his back and just gurgle choked him.
That was
Like,
scary.
yeah.
And I want to say
He,
this credit to
yeah,
Ando for being a gentleman and lifting Ji Young Yang's legs to help him out after that. I thought that was really cool.
yeah. Listen, Ando, the Ryzen has struck gold. This guy Ando, he's got
Yes.
personality. I don't know if you saw the preparation thing or
I
the
saw a little
competition.
bit of it.
He's got charisma. He's got a unique look. He's a exciting fighter.
Yes.
This is like he. I was doubting this guy was gonna beat Gazanzade, and
That was a hell of a
he did
win.
the exact same thing in that fight in this fight twice. It's like this guy, yeah, this guy has got to be the next for a title fight.
I agree.
Uh,
I think if he's
talking about the
yeah.
women's match, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say Ando. I honestly think Ando versus Inoue Ando Inoue could be the semi main on a New Year's Eve.
Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna recommend everybody listen to WMAC Now's video of his review of Izawa and Shin because he delves into it longer than I want to and talks more better than anything we could possibly say. Oh, but Ryzen will die is a great question. Do you think Ando's age is a detriment to his star power for the long term? He doesn't fight though like an old person. That's the thing. I know he's old by MMA standards. He's like 35 or 36, I believe.
He's 35 years old, but the thing about it is he doesn't look 30. He doesn't look his age. He doesn't fight his age, as you said. And you can do something with him for the next 2-3 years. That's plenty of time.
Yeah, I think the fighting in age thing is very, I don't know, like if you don't fight like an old person and you're old, there's still potential there. I now listen, Chuck Liddell's ceiling was to a point when he started getting knocked out and started looking slow and all that stuff. But I still up until he retired, I was watching DJ fights all the time, even though he was getting old by MMA standards. Hey, I say no. I know we're not the biggest Okikubo fans here, but he's still going. He gets an audience at almost 40.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he's a hell. Ogi Kubo we'll talk about. That was a hell of a fighter.
Yeah, and he's as Samurott is saying, not necessarily not showing rapid signs of aging. Oh, Furata says that Japanese person contacted Ando, asked to buy his designed Japanese towel. Well, that was the whole thing, that he has these towels, that he makes these towels, these tenuguis, and he gives them out. And he gave one to Bara apparently, um, and Ando, yeah, that's one of his things. Kosako's always old though. He has like it was like Nick Nolte. He was just born. No, Hulk Hogan. He was just born old. Like even at 20, I watched some old like ring stuff with Kosaka. He still looks
Yeah,
fucking
he looked
old.
even in UFC kind of looked a little
Yeah,
older.
he always looked old, and when he shaved the hair, he even looked even older. Do you like the kid comparisons? I get the kid. I'm not opposed to it because I kind of get it. You kind of have these bad boys. Maybe Kid was a little bit more of a bad boy, like badder. But yeah, I definitely can see the kid comparisons. And I think you can I think you can roll with that, right?
Yeah, you can, and just match Ando appropriately, and you got something.
Yeah. We're gonna go on to the actual good women's fight on this card. Morei Suda. I should have just parlayed our prediction. Just said, oh, she's gonna armbar her because that's like all of her submissions. But yeah, yeah. And by the way, the unique armbar, she did it like kind of like sitting on her back and kind of like, you know what it reminded me of?
What?
Pentagon Junior. Remember when he used to do the thing in Lucha Underground? Do you
I
remember
think
when
so.
he
Yeah.
the arm breaker thing? It was
Hmm.
like that. It was kind of like that set up almost. She didn't do the obviously the full thing, but like it was like the same way. And like, yeah,
No, I
yeah,
mean, like, it went. I think the way both of us thought. Experience.
yeah.
I mean,
Experience for a 20-year-old, by the way.
yeah, 20,
21er.
21-year-old. Yeah, what? Yeah, Moeri Suda looked great in this. Noel will be back. Too much too soon. Suda has to get the next title shot.
But she's apparently fighting in September for Deep. That was said before. I forgot who said that here. I think WMA scene was
Yeah,
who said
I
that?
think so. So hopefully it's not someone too hard.
Um who is she fighting?
Don't know, but I'm saying hopefully it's someone who's not that
Okay,
hard.
I'm curious now. I gotta see who it is. If anybody knows in chat who Maurice Suda is facing, but yeah, what do you think about Noel? Is this a case of go have some more fights in back and shoot though, or
Yeah, absolutely. She's got a lot of potential. You can see it. She just wasn't ready.
yeah, yeah. Um, oh, interesting. So her for eighth armbar, and if one more, she ties with Ronda Rousing. Mohammed, I don't think it was so much brutal matchmaking. Listen, no, Shin versus Izawa was brutal matchmaking. On paper, you kind of like, okay, you have someone who's experienced one's more grappler experience, but new to MMA. The other one is an MMA grappler. Both are young. I get why they kind of did it. It I don't think, oh, you can't say without giving, okay, fine. That's fine. Okay. But so she's supposed to fight. So she do that for New Year's. Do that for New Year's. Um, what about? Oh wait. No. You can't do it because I was about to say no. Noel versus Ayaka. I don't know because they're AAC or formerly AAC, so I don't think they'll
How
face each other.
about
What's
um
Claire Lopez doing at this moment?
yeah, Claire Lopez? Maybe you do oh my god, I'm trying to think of her damn name. I can't. Maybe take someone from one
If they can get someone from one, sure,
if
yeah.
they got cut recently.
Yeah, maybe. The Korean, Yuri Shim, Yuri Shim.
That would be interesting.
Sarah, Argentinian go return. Yeah, just have her,
That's not
just
about,
bring her into lose. Just
how about
bring her
Laura
into.
Fontoura?
She's still with UFC though, right?
Did she?
I thought she was with UFC.
Oh, wasn't sure. Um, about what do you do with Kate Lotus?
Oh, that's an interesting match. That's an interesting match because they're both like so polar opposite styles. I like that. I kind of like that. But I think Kaylos would overpower Noel. I really do.
Yeah, at this point,
Yeah.
Yeah, but Noel, give Noel a win and have her fight Yuri Shim.
No, she got submitted earlier this year in Invicta. I didn't know because I don't watch Invicta anymore. So okay, yeah. So you got Noel, and she could go back to Shuto as well. Caitlin Lewis versus Machi New Year's Eve. Okay, yeah. Well, listen. Also, Machi could just go down to atom weight. She can do that, but she doesn't want to. Yeah, and hopefully, if she did that, she could hopefully destroy Izawa at this point. So and here's the other the interesting thing that they did. They kind of made the GP stuff like a separate show almost. They had separate intermission, all that stuff. By the way, Lenny Hart was there, right? Lenny Hart was there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did she sound so different when I heard the second out, please? It sounded different.
Maybe the sound was off?
Mohammed says Noel versus Salt.
How about you do Noel versus Salt sounds really
that would be oh man. That could be really good or really bad. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna get into GP talk.
She's the salt of the earth.
Oh yeah.
Not MJF.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get the GP talk, and like last week, or I should say for the previous show, we had a GP expert on. So we're gonna add him. We're gonna buzz him in, Mr. J Wolf. And I'm so sorry I made you wait this time, but instead of having you wait, and
I know you're talking all this other crap instead of the best fights in the card, which are the GP bouts.
Yeah, wait, the GP ones? I'm saving them for the best ones? No, not
the Gazimata fight, you didn't like that one? Come on. That was a comeback as well. I mean, Yaman gets it for the best comeback, but the Gazimata fight, he was arguably losing in that second round. And he comes back in the third to knock him out. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but I think the skills were, especially with where Kanehara was and Yaman, I think a little bit I think you kind of put on you say that Yaman's win is a little bit more. And I think Ali Beck was on his way to winning anyway, I think, based on how the fight was.
Because he got his second win.
Like he was fading in the second round.
He got his second win in the third, though, for sure.
Well, yeah, he got the finish, but I mean, like it looked like he might have been losing that. Even the announcers were talking about it.
Before we go on, Jay, I have you for GP talk, but I didn't want to ask. Did Mikuru do enough to win?
Yeah, of course. Also on one of your comments earlier, I think it was WMA Scene was saying that they changed the rules recently, where it's like ring generalship is more than damage or something. Is that they changed the rules really?
They did change the rules. I didn't know what they specifically changed, but
that's a mistake. They should go back to how it was before.
Because as somebody else here said, I think it was it Mohammed who said that Nomura didn't get scored for damage.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They gave him 0 damage points for
even though
the treaty like that.
Even though Pitbull's bleeding to death. So
dude, that's something's wrong there. They should go back to how it was before then, because that's not good. So because Mikuru definitely won 100%. I mean, he was throwing great takedown defense. I mean, that's all Clever was doing, was going for the takedown. He was getting pieced up on the feet. Mikuru was out striking him, and Mikuru was reversing him on takedowns. I mean, come on. I don't even see how they give him the judge should never judge again that gave it to him.
I think Clever got like one good up kick in, or like one. What was it? The Silva axe kick from when he did it to what's his name? The guy they got DQ'd against. Do you remember that? It was for Rumble in the Cage. Okami. Remember
talking about Rumble on the Rock.
Yeah, I think Rumble. I think Rumble in the Cage. Yeah, Rumble in the Rock. I think Clever had one good kick against Mikuru, and maybe the judge was like, "Oh, that was an impressive kick." I remember when Anderson Silva did that. So that's why why he was like, "Oh,
you say that's how Chihiro won the title from Karamov, remember?"
Yeah. Well, actually, so technically, Jay, I rewatched that fight a bunch of times. That wasn't the kick. It was actually kind of like a, do you know like those like flurry kicks you kind of see in the gym, kind of? It came down. It came down on his head. It didn't hit him like that kick did. I know what you're thinking of, but like I rewatched it, I was like, oh, so it was like coming down on him, not.
Oh, okay.
But nonetheless,
technically an up kick.
It would be like an axe kick.
An up axe kick. There we go.
An axe up kick. Okay, fair enough. But anyways,
the point is that Mikuru won 100%. And dude, the judging needs to go back to how it was. I can't believe they changed it, and that they scored no damage. And Patricky is just out of control. That should be a red flag right there. But credit to them for not stopping that. I love that how the BKFC collaboration manned them up with cuts and blood and everything. Because
for some fighters, don't forget, Mikuru got an easy win over Chihiro with that little tiny cuts, and also Nomura.
Well, I mean, no, the Chihiro one was above his eye, and it was deep, it was big, and you saw it looked like Chihiro got run over by a truck afterwards. I mean, was
that the second round? That was the second round, or was that the third round? I believe.
No, I think it was the third round.
Well, like I said before,
now you got me doing the what do you call it, the Mandela effect. I'm forgetting all the fights I just watched, but
it was the third round.
Oh, it was third round. Okay, cool.
I said this before. If it's in the third round, you let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, of course, 100%. But I could see the Chihiro one more because it was definitely bad. It was right above the eye, and I mean, dude, Mikuru was just running him over like a semi truck, dude. It was. So, but this one, I was really happy that they let it go with Patricky. I mean, like Mike was saying, or Mr. Ohio was saying, excuse me, that, for who Patricky was, they let him go, let it continue. Plus, they also manned up from the BKFC collaboration. So I like that. But to score 0 damage for that, dude, that's a red flag. Something's wrong there. I don't know what they need to go back to how it was before with these judging, because that's just out of control. So anyways, let's get to the cool stuff, the GP fights. This is what I want to talk about, baby.
We'll start with the trash first, the heavyweight GP.
Oh my God, you guys are out of control with this. This is good. Dude, these are if Merrick would have got the leg kick TKO like he should have, you guys wouldn't have been able to say shit, man. So Dawkins looks fantastic. Okay, so Dawkins is going to be a new rising star. And I don't know who was saying it earlier. He had a comment there saying about they want to signed Soldic and Parnassi, and they were saying, to take care of the rising scene in Europe. And you guys are saying, the MMA scene in Europe is already good. But that's not what he was talking about. He was talking about the Rizin, like a Rizin World Series event in Europe. And, Soldakin, Soldic, Parnassi, all those, that'd be fantastic for a Rizin World Series in Europe. So, but I mean, Soldakin, he looked great. I know you guys are butthurt because he finished your boy Ueda. I love Ueda as well. I mean, I thought I was telling you guys on the preview show that was a de facto final. Like that was the matchup we thought they were going to build to for the final. They just said, you know what, we're going right away into this right now. And it delivered the goods, I thought. I mean, Soldakin looked fantastic. And, his walkout shirt was hard as fuck, dude, with the Christ Jesus with the ICXC. Dude, that was fantastic, dude. Just, man. I love Soldakin. I think he's gonna be. I can't wait to see. I'm hoping that he wins a GP and he faces Ryan Bader on New Year's Eve, and because I think he can win. I think he can win, and they'll have a fantastic heavyweight champion.
Possible final. I want Samuel Chick versus Bader for main eventing New Year's Eve. I want that. I want that graphic so bad.
No, dude, Merrick, dude. I don't know what was. Something's wrong with Merrick's corner or something. He had him done, dude. He had him finished by leg kicks. And then it's like he stopped doing it. Once Augusto switched stances, Merrick stops throwing the leg kick for some reason. I mean, it's like, dude, what are you doing, bro?
Can I tell you why? I think he was getting tired. I think he was getting tired of and I don't think he thought that the leg kicks were even work because okay.
How could he not figure the leg kicks were working when it forced him to forced Augusto to switch stances, and there was a visible welt on Augusto's leg? I mean, dude.
Well, here's the thing. It may not be affecting him because Augusto wasn't really he kind of had the same pace throughout the entire fight. He wasn't limping or whatever. With
Then why did he switch stances then? I mean,
well, no, he switched stances. He switched stances, but it obviously wasn't bothering him. Where it wasn't like the Mikio Ueda Shibisai.
Well, that's because Ueda actually finished it with leg kicks. I mean, Merrick, he should have just kept attacking those leg kicks, man. He could have finished it. I'm telling you that you could visibly see the welt on Augusto's leg. It forced him to switch stances. I mean, come on. That's like negligent corner work right there. I don't understand how they. Unless, like you're saying, it was a gas issue. I mean, that's what he had a gas issue in the Daniel James fight.
He did.
Well, they made all 3 rounds, so I mean, it's that gas tank is not.
Listen, he may
too
not
bad.
be throwing up like Yaman, but he's still, it's still, it's like the meme heavy breathing. But okay, Jay, I'm gonna have to tell you to let Mike have some say.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Mike.
As far as the heavy GP,
Yes.
long story short, don't care. Thought it sucked. I thought that this whole tournament's been a disaster for RIZIN, complete waste of time and money. But you kind of expected that going in because the Japanese scene sucks. We know that. I thought Samuelchuk did fine. Nothing more, nothing less. And Sodakin got a good finish. The fight was boring otherwise.
The other also, I just want to say as well.
And to be blunt, when you have the first round, when you have the promoter shitting on it, that's a red flag. 2, I can't say this for sure, but most of the people in the Discord and most people I saw on Japanese Twitter didn't like this tournament. As I said in the preview, if Ueda loses, won't care. Neither of these guys will draw a dime in Japan.
Well,
to me, it was just a complete waste of time, and I'm happy that the Flyweight GP salvaged that first part of the show.
The other thing also I'm just going to say is I was talking to people that were actually there. People were going to the bathroom during these 2 matches.
Stupid. Where's the commenter, Japanese commenter? What was his name?
Furuhata?
Yeah, Furuhata. Thank you. Furuhata. Were those heavyweight Grand Prix matches that bad like these guys are saying? Hell no. They were cool.
They sucked. They sucked. That's where we're going to disagree. That was a complete waste of time, and it sucked.
Your butt hurt.
Good idea. It's a fine idea in theory.
Nah, they did a good job with it. Your butt hurt that they beat Ueda.
Listen, I'm more butthurt that Ulu got injured. Ulu was the guy who I wanted to main event the Tokyo, the New Year's Eve show. Okay, I don't care about Ueda. I like Ueda, but listen, if you give me Ulu versus anybody, I am all for this fat middleweight, thick-necked homie from Kyrgyzstan. Okay, you want to do a show in Kyrgyzstan? That's how you get it. You don't do it with Shaduliev. You do it with Ulu.
Well, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do. Probably
no, they don't because Ulu's not there anymore. Hold on, Jay. RIZIN will die as a question. Do you think it was idiotic for RIZIN to make things harder for their Japanese heavyweights by bringing in even tougher foreign heavyweights than they signed post 17? Oh, the Japanese heavyweights
why?
The Japanese heavyweights wouldn't have done anything with them. Doesn't matter. The Japanese heavyweight in Japan has never been a high level. Like high level heavyweight has never been really good
to a point.
Yeah.
Or old Ironhead. Come on, guys.
Ironhead
Fujita had his limits. We knew that.
Oh, okay. Furuhata, I was at Tokyo Dome when heavyweight GP started. A lot of audiences stand up and went to bathroom. I saw there.
Oh,
and that had 2 Japanese guys. And it had Sudario and Ueda. Actually, they probably stayed for Sudario. I'm guessing they went to go get the Tokyo Dome burger at the when Daniel James and Soundcheck. Listen, J-Wolf as well. That audience was dead quiet for the matches. And listen, the whole Japanese are quiet thing is such a bullshit. I don't know how that started.
They were loud as hell for Mikuru.
Yeah, well, they were loud for Yaman. They were loud for
they popped several times when there could have been some superior rule set thrown. You heard the oohs and ahs. So come on, they were definitely still some there. Not everybody went to the bathroom.
Mohammed, we'll have to hear it in Polish show because Samochuk is going to the finals. And yeah. Listen, winner between Bader and Samochuk should be Ulu versus whoever.
Well, they can bring in Ulu. That's fine. Bring back Ulu. They're going to need the heavyweight division. That's why they're building it up because they're going to do. You need that for international audiences. Everybody loves the heavyweights.
So you're thinking Sadakin will go to the finals?
Yeah, he's a good fighter. You guys are hating because he beat your boy Ueda.
Don't care.
That's all.
Mike, Mr. Heil, sorry. Who do you think wins?
I'll go Sodakin, and hopefully, as I said, somehow this can be salvaged and all that. But To be
It's already
blunt.
salvaged.
No,
And
it
then
isn't.
they're gonna say
It
movie
sucks.
star.
This tournament
He's gonna
sucks.
say, an Oscar-nominated movie star, best supporting actor, Ryan Bader.
Or like,
on New
more
Year's
like a
Eve.
Razzie. More like a fucking Razzie.
No, wait, you mean like a
And
Bazzie.
and also
Bazzie
and Bader versus whoever wins this tournament. Once again, nobody outside of some people internationally will care.
Well, that's what this for. It's for international.
I'll say.
Remember, before. Oh, go ahead, Drew. Go ahead. Finish what
No, I
you're
was gonna say. I'll say this: when Ryan Bader made the appearance for RIZIN, that got a lot of. It did get press here. That can't be denied. So
exactly. And just imagine when he's an Oscar-winning Best Supporting Actor, and for New Year's Eve, how much more press he's gonna get. It's gonna be to the moon.
That's a fight to make. Cena versus Lou, 1 million buys. For us, when GP foreigner versus foreigner, then a lot of people stand up in bathroom because men's bathroom gets very crowded, and that we expect. Okay, so it's foreigner versus foreigner.
Well, hey, look, Furuhata in the Almighty Pride FC days, they did not have a Japanese champion. They only had a couple good Japanese fighters and they had the foreigners were dominating in all the upper divisions, right? So I mean,
that's not what drew. That is not what drew. It was the pro wrestlers that drew.
I'm glad that we finally can. Nobuhiko Takada will finally gets his due. He was the big draw.
Without him, Pride doesn't exist. Without him, Sakuraba wouldn't have gotten those opportunities.
Furuhata expanding. He says the Japanese audience did not know much about the foreigner athletes of the heavyweight. Then that is the reason why.
All right, well, I'm telling you. Well, I'm just glad that the Epic RIZIN brass are not listening to you guys. And I
want to see. I hope that's portrayed. I don't think it's going to be portrayed in the movie though. Takada versus Cole. If they have that in that movie, that should be like a deleted scene or something. Just like them going Coleman and Takada going over their match, and being like, okay, so I'll put you in a heel hook and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyway. That's our thoughts on the heavyweight GP.
That'll be the Academy Award winning performance right there because it never happened.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm joking.
Flyweight GP. Quickly go over results. Ogi Kubo defeated Shori Torres. Motoya beat Hiroya. Shinryu submitted Arasaka Yamamoto. Ito beat Zulu. And Ali Beck KO'd Tsuya, as we said before. I'm going to start with Mike because he seems to be more into this. Then I'll go into you, J-Wolf. Overall thoughts on the tournament. What do you think about the winners and the matches?
Overall, they were pretty damn good. I would have liked to see more finishes, but that shows you the high level of these fighters. I thought the one fight that was kind of boring was Motoya Hiroya.
Really?
I was kind of bored with it, but I thought the other four were really good.
Wow. Okay.
If it was up to me, I would have Motoya out.
Okay. Gun to my head. Sorry, Jay. I'll go right to you. Gun to my head. If you forced me to choose, which one was the most, I should say boring, but the one I was least into, I would probably say Ito Zulu. Oh wait, actually, more boring than Torres Ogi Kubo.
That I disagree with. I thought Ogi Kubo Torres was really fun.
Okay, interesting. Oh, listen, because Motoya and Hiroya had that energy, and Motoya is a terrorist.
And I will also say the reason I edged it out for Ogi Kubo, how much the size difference was with Shorty and him.
Oh yes, yeah. Jay, sound off.
Oh man, they were all bangers. I mean, there wasn't a boring fight in the whole thing. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I mean,
I don't think the one that was the least that you liked the least. I don't know if I would say boring is the word I would use, but the one that this was I wouldn't watch that again, but I would watch whatever again. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, they were all bangers, in my opinion. I thought they were all great. I mean, the Motoya Hiroya one, dude, the crowd was popping for every single little thing that Hiroya did. I don't know if you guys caught that, but the kid is clearly a rising star. Then you get him back get him in the gym quickly, and get him his skills upgraded. Some more because he is going to be a star, or he's already a star. But anyways, then wait, You talking about Shorty Torres?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. 'Cause
Bitch.
somebody in the Discord also said that Shorty. Was it you, Sam, who said that Shorty looks like Kevin Gastelum, had the body of Kevin Gastelum? And now I can't get that out of my. He looks like Gastelum now, like the facial eyes and like that weird like the short body, the short lower body, but the heavy upper body. Like I see that now. When he fought Shiryu, I thought like, oh, maybe it's just the weight cuts, maybe or the lack of the weight cut, why he looks kind of a little bit kind of chunky. But no, that's his build, and I don't know why he has that build. But go ahead, Jay. I'm so sorry.
No, I love your comments, bro. No, he does got a stocky build, and that was a good fight with Ojikubo and Torres. And some people scored it for Torres. Actually, I didn't.
I saw that. Yeah,
I had Ojikubo winning clearly, in my opinion. But I mean, some people scored it for Torres, and that to me is why I'm guessing, because they gotta they're gonna do this whole weird thing with they gotta vote somebody's gonna be the alternate. They're gonna have an opponent. But you were saying earlier on the Discord that they're not even gonna have the alternate fight. They're just gonna give them a bye. Is that confirmed?
No. Okay, there's so much I don't know. I don't even know at this point what is, because what Shu Hirata said on CJ show, what I posted in the Discord from the badly translated interview with Sakakibara, that whoever won, that some of the people who won, that we just talking about, one of them is going to be voted to be as an alternate.
Yes,
right now
you have to fight though as an
no,
alternate.
there's going to be my understanding is just going to be like a single alternate. That's why I thought. That's how I interpreted it.
Dude. Then, so if somebody gets hurt,
sorry, Jay. Furuhata-san, can you maybe tell us what Bara said about the voting? Because you probably can tell us better than what Google Translate told me. So that's what I interpreted. Let's wait till Furuhata has to say about that, because he can probably tell us better.
Okay, well, what should happen if whoever they vote as the alternate then should fight Torres as the fight to be the alternate for the final.
Okay,
that's what I think, because Torres put on a great performance against Ojikubo. Many thought he won, so he should be had the opportunity to fight in the alternate bout.
Code Mayday, I think you're the one who said that you thought Torres won. Well, if you're here, can you explain why? I don't know how. I personally don't know how you thought how Torres didn't. He got like he was punching air or punching Ogikubo's shoulders. And Ogikubo was outstriking him surprisingly. Remember, he got those nice leg kicks in the first round, and then was taking him down with single legs throughout the rest of the fight. So I don't understand how.
Yeah.
I don't know where
do nearly enough.
Yeah. And this is not like, I don't even like. Okay, we're even going by the generalship way. I don't even know how you can say that Torres won that way. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like how you think Torres could have won that. He was not advancing. He was not putting pressure. It was all Ogikubo all 3 rounds.
Maybe they had him striking more, outstriking him on the feet.
No, but he wasn't even connecting with. He wasn't even like none of the strikes were significant strikes, or even getting in, hitting okay, Sam has Torres wasn't active enough at all. Fast shoulder punch when defending a takedown doesn't win you decisions. His whole left side, yeah, that's the thing. Ogikubo was getting those leg kicks in, and yeah. So I don't know how.
And he also scored the takedowns. I mean, do takedowns not count anymore in the mixed martial arts, or what? I mean, come on.
And if we're going to go by how RIZIN rules apparently now are, generalship is scored like
Dude,
that.
They need to remedy that shit, man. With the quickness, that is out of control.
Furuhata, by the way, he says back in the prime time, Japanese people loved heavyweight because the advertising concept was the strongest man in the world. So that's why.
Okay, well, what about the light heavyweights then? I mean, Wanderlei Silva was a draw. Shogun Rua was a draw. They had oh my gosh, who was the Japanese fighter that was in the gi all the time?
Ogawa?
Yoshida.
Yoshida. Thank you. Yes.
But he wasn't that good, though. He was not that good.
I don't agree with
he put on some fantastic bangers with Wanderlei Silva.
He was solid. He was a solid fighter. That's all he was. No more, no less.
Yeah, but that's all you need. I mean, but still, the light heavyweight division was arguably one of the, if not the premier division in the Almighty Pride FC.
It was definitely better than
Guantanamo
UFC's at the
Silva.
time. It was definitely better than UFC's at the time. I mean, Cabbage Correa. I always
No,
just,
but come on.
Honestly,
Guys like
Andrew,
Wanda Silva,
it was Yoshida
Shogun,
it was Yoshida that popped those big ratings on Fuji at that time because of his pedigree as a gold medalist.
yeah, Kazuhiro Nakamura.
He was good, but not great.
I have a question though. I wonder, and do you think RIZIN made an offer to Aaron Wolf before New Japan got him?
I'm sure they did.
I really wonder about that. Sorry, Jay Wolf. Aaron Wolf was the Olympic judo medalist, and I'm like, RIZIN must have like made an offer to him.
They had to have.
Yeah. But he went to New Japan instead.
Well, let's hope he did. Come on.
Anyway, going back to the GP.
Yeah. Okay. So we did Ojikubo Torres banger, Matoya Hiroya banger, and what about now? Shinryu. That's the one, Drew. If you want me to pick one that I did not like, it's the Shinryu Yamamoto, only because what the
Ersan said, "Hey, here's my neck. Please choke it out for me."
Dude, he picks him up.
I couldn't
his own
believe
ring,
it,
bro. Takes him his own corner of the ring and gets choked out in his own freaking corner.
I could not believe that. I saw him, and even Damian Brown was like, "What is he doing? What is this guy?" I could not. This guy. I don't think this guy can advance in MMA fight. He's still doing white belt shit at this point. I think you can only put. Listen, we talk about the Discord. He's got to fight Hiroya. That's like the only fight you can possibly give him now, right? Right?
Sure. I mean, yeah. If you guys
both under 500, both on losing streak. Well, after this, both eliminated.
There's plenty of flyweight fights though, so you can match up however you want.
You can't. You got. Listen, he's losing in such silly ways.
I know, but he's a good grappler, bro. So I don't know if you want to put Hiroya.
He got choked out, J-Wolf. He got choked out by a guy who doesn't have the wrestling experience that Shinryu,
come on. Shinryu was one of the favorites of the tournament,
Yes, but Ersan should know, don't give your head to a guy.
Totally. I mean, wasn't his corner telling him that? I mean, he picked Shinryu up and took him over to his corner of the ring.
I thought he was gonna slam him to the ground. I thought he was just gonna pick up and go
right.
But then he just kind of put him gently in the corner and then put his head. He gave his head right there and just I couldn't believe it.
It was crazy.
I was Jean-Luc Picard. I was like this.
You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, so who would have invited Ersan to the GP?
Well, remember, that's 128 bits. What's up, brother? How you doing? But yeah, dude, this is what we're talking about. Remember, the criticism of this GP is that, why the heck did they not make it a 16-man GP? They made a 10-man GP. Well, obviously because they want a Japanese fighter to go to the final, obviously. But I mean, dude, all these problems that we're getting with what's Furat to say?
He said that Sakakibara did not talk about any alternate option up to now. He just said it's a very cruel system. But Ren said, actually, the athlete who dropped from the vote was good because it's very likely matchup of GP in the win. Okay, so that's what Sakakibara. I think that's what Sakakibara said initially, was that the alternate would then get, if they don't fight in the GP, gets to fight the winner of the GP.
Essentially, the number one contender.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, then that makes me think they're gonna make like Gazimadov be the alternate because they obviously want, the whole reason why this was only a 10-man GP instead of a 16-man because they want a Japanese fighter to get to the final. Mm-hmm. So that would mean that they're probably gonna make Gazimadov the alternate if they're gonna have him face the winner of the GP in December.
So Furhata says light heavy was also hot because most of GP fighters, foreigners, already showed up on undercards before. Oh, that's the other. Yeah, they were Dan Henderson.
Oh, why can't we do that again with foreigners nowadays? Come on, I mean, dude, we got to build up these RIZIN World Series cards, you guys. You get any foreigners?
But J Wolf. Continuing on, Ito Zulu.
Okay, no, this is a banger. This is a banger. Striker's delight, exactly like we thought it was going to be, and big ups to Ito for winning. And Zulu, I thought, gassed.
Well, did you hear what he said on the press conference? He said that he was not used to the weather. And I'm like, homie, you're from South Africa. I know Japan's hot. I know Japan is hot. But, isn't South Africa, hotter than Tokyo now? It's got to be, right?
I know, right? That's just excuses because he's butthurt he lost. But I mean, it was a banger, and big ups to Ito for winning that one. It was, I loved it. I thought it was a great one.
Yeah, I forgot. He also did that. He got injured in round 2 because he had the eye. Remember, he couldn't see out his eye, so he had to shoot takedowns because he couldn't see it. Though, then that's probably why he also got gas because he's trying to shoot for takedowns and they're not working.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now and then Alibek and Soya, J Wolf. Like, listen, I thought the Yaman was a better comeback, but if you say there's a better comeback, listen.
No. I just said that I want this to be mentioned in the great comebacks because.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yaman was a fantastic, probably the best comeback of the night, but this one was also a comeback because Gazimata was looking like he was, starting to lose in the second round, and then he pulls off a fantastic finish, dude. So probably arguably the finish. Well, I don't know. I give Ando the finish of the night with choking him out with a blood spurting rear naked choke. Poor Jiyoung Yang looked like it killed him. But you
don't give it to Izawa? You don't give it to Izawa and her mismatch? No?
Dude, no. And you know what? WMA scene will back me up on this, but they should bring in a foreigner for Izawa next instead of let Suda build up to it if she's fighting in December or whenever. They got Combate Global that has atomweight fighters.
Sorry, Jay, we'll interrupt. I just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah, let's get back on topic.
Yeah.
Let's get back on topic.
I'll go to you, Mike. So let's presume there's no alternate. Let's get that out of the way. No alternate, whatever bullshit. How would you match up everybody who won?
Honestly, I'm gonna say Gazimatov is probably gonna be out.
No, we'll just say let's forget that. Let's say the voting thing doesn't happen. Let's just say that. I think it still comes out to let's see, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. Oh wait, okay. So somebody has to be voted out because it's an odd. Okay.
Let's assume
okay.
Let's say first off the soy. I'll just say Soya versus Gazimatov AG was really damn good, and fight of the night in my opinion. And Alibek looked awesome.
By the way, I think Alibek might have the worst grappling from anybody who's like from the Dagestan area.
Yeah, but he's got damn good striking.
Yeah.
But anyway, I would say I would try to make these matchups fresh. So because I know Ogi Kubo and Motoya had that awesome fight 4 years ago, or whenever it was.
I rewatched it. It was fine. I think it was fine in the moment, but I rewatched it. I was like, oh, this is kind of.
I loved it, but I would go with Makoto Shin. I would go with I would go with Ogi Kubo against Ogi Kubo against Shinryu and Motoya Ito.
Gotcha. And then poor Alibek gets the short end of the stick. Ugh.
Yeah, I would have him be the number one contender. I would have him get the first title shot.
Okay. J Wolf, I'll ask you the same question. How would you match up?
Or how would you do the
next? Yeah. Oh, so how would you do the next rounds?
I want Oji Kubo Shinryu to rematch to give Shinryu a chance to avenge that L and take out Oji Kubo, and then Motoya and Gazimatov, and then because I think those are the strongest ones, and then Ito would be the alternate.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Even though he had that striking banger with Zulu, I think that the 4-star. I think he would be since his grappling is not as good as the other guys. I think he'd be the alternate. So
Furuhata says something interesting. He says that Sakaki Bar said he came up with the 5 GP voting system where I believe he was in the bathtub. Well, I think he's gotta stop going to the bathtub because I don't like this idea.
Dude, yeah, dude, it's terrible.
I think here's the thing is that he doesn't even know I don't think they even know how they're gonna do it. The idea was, we're gonna do a voting system, but when they thought about it, like it kind of doesn't they don't know how to go about it. Like we said before on the previous show, it makes sense. Like, the losers, you could then have the losers, vote on the losers who face each other. Then they fight. Then that person, the winner is the alternate, right? That's kind of like how I would have thought it. But this is saying, we're taking one of the winners, and it probably would be Alibek, even though he got I shouldn't say the only finish. He got the only real finish, I'll say, and he's gonna get eliminated. And then it's gonna just be all the Japanese guys. So
Well,
that's
and dude, remember this whole problem is that they didn't want to make it a 16-man GP. If they were going to do just the 8-man, they should have declared one of these bouts an alternate beforehand. I mean, I guess they were trying to wait to see which one was going to be a banger, and then now that none of them was a snoozer, all of them were bangers. Now they have a problem. They have to do a voting system or whatever. It's just, I mean, this could have been avoided with a 16-man GP that we're asking.
that's true, Muhammad. Though Hiroya fans could abuse the vote system and bring it back.
That's what we were talking about. Weren't you talking about that, Drew? That's what that could be one of the downfalls of it.
Yeah. By the way, so I know we were talking about when we were talking about like, oh, how they picked the things and all this stuff. So it looked like if you were there at the press conference, you got to pick your opponent. So Hiroya wasn't there because he was training a lot. He was too busy listening to Cody Garbrandt teach him whatever in Las Vegas, so he couldn't pick his opponent. So everybody who was at the press conference got to pick their opponents.
Wait, I thought it was a random draw.
No, you picked your number, and you picked the number, and they say like number 3, go to whoever you want to go to, and they let them pick their opponents. It was like when Bellator did it. Do you remember when?
Oh, so it's not. I mean, technically not a random draw, but I guess.
Soya didn't get to pick his opponent. Soya didn't get to pick his opponent because there was only one guy left. So yeah, that's how they did it. So it wasn't like a random draw. The heavyweight GP was supposedly a random draw. So yeah.
I thought they just went ahead and did the final. The Soldak and Ueda right out just to.
They may have
a bonus final now.
I mean, they may have, but the opening rounds were supposedly a random draw. But no, this one they walked to their opponents. Well, if they weren't, I think they were on Zoom or had the cutout of them, so they got to walk to that.
And aren't they having a presser tomorrow night or Friday night in Japan? And is that going to be for this? What's going to happen next in this GP? This vote is going to happen.
I presume they'll try to explain it more. And J-Wolf, you need to promise not to go off your rocker when I'm about to read you this. Okay, promise.
Okay.
Hata says Sayaki Deep CO says that athletes uncross those fingers. don't like such long time booking. So 16 nominated GP they don't like to make happen. So I think what he's saying is because it stretches out for such a long time, they don't like it.
No, it's the same time as the
Bellator's GPs.
Was Bellator? Was it lightweight? Was that no? That was 8
stretched on so damn long that weren't some of those fighters inactive.
Well, that's because Bellator was Bellator.
Yeah,
right.
Bellator.
But I'm saying, like, isn't that the same premise though?
Yes, I think that's what is that because with more people than that, it just makes because then you have to put them on the shows and it just keeps But
it's the same as an 8-man GP because they had three fights because they're doing the final minute as a traditional.
Also the reason why RIZIN doesn't do it because they don't have shows every month. Maybe if you had like a show every month, you could do. 3.
I don't know, man.
You can't make it. I don't think you could make an entire show just GP matches.
I think you guys are making excuses because they just wanted to make it to a Japanese fighter went to the final.
Oh no, that's what they want to do, Jay. That is absolutely 100% what they want to do. Like I'm not denying that. I don't think Mike's denying that. That's what they want a Japanese guy to have that flyweight title. That is one.
And that's why they didn't make a 16-man GP because if it was 16-man, there would have been more international fighters in there, and they would have been less likely the Japanese fighter would.
I don't know. Listen. I want Yamato Fujita and Ichiro Ito in RIZIN just as much as you do, probably more than Kome Day. But these guys and Mike, but these guys aren't getting the call for RIZIN for whatever reason. So it's so. And
we'll
do you want Did you want Muhammad Mokayev in this GP? I would not want. Listen, I would not want him in this GP at all. This is the one.
At the end of the day, they need the Japanese fighters are the ones that are going to draw the crowds.
And again, Jay, I don't know if Furuhato can agree with me on this or not, but RIZIN wants to showcase Japanese MMA people and showing that Japanese martial arts is strong, especially in this day when Japan had no, for a long time there has not been, Kyoji was the one guy. If you want to count Sakura, I'll count that, but this is also a showcase to show that these guys can compete and be big star or can be competitive fighters on the big stage. So I know you want to say something, Jay, but Mike, I'll go to him. Then
I
I'll
was
go
going
you,
to
Jay.
say the other person, one of the other people I would put in that would be Prime Yuki Kondo.
Who ironically also has a fight coming up as well.
But I'm just saying, like, he
Yeah.
was one of them as well.
Yeah.
One of those really good Japanese fighters.
Jay, I know you want to say something. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can do that. You can have the Japanese guys, and you can also have the international guys for the heavier divisions, like they're doing, like they did in Almighty Pride FC. I mean, it can work, and they need, again, you guys are forgetting about the World Series events. They got to have. They can't just take Japanese guys, do these international events and fill international stadiums. They got to have foreign fighters. And look at the featherweight division. One of the premier divisions is Shadalayev, foreigner, and now it's going to be facing Kolesnik, foreigner. So and there's no problem with that. That's freaking awesome. It's probably one of the best fights to be made.
Well,
Yeah, it is. But my question is, Jay, how many tickets is that going to move in Japan?
Then you put it underneath a main event of a Mikuru or whatever.
Well, that's the thing. They're going to do that. They're going to make the co-main. It's Nagoya.
It's going to be It's going to be Shuto
Nomura
and Satoshi.
Yeah, that's going to be the main event. Yeah, that's going to be the main event, with probably the co-main being Shaduyev and Kolesnik, I'm guessing. So that's what they're going to do. And you saw right now they're putting in a bunch of Nagoya guys in already, or fighters from Nagoya. We'll probably see more Bonsai guys in there now. Hey, listen, we got Shrek in the dancing in the opening video. Listen, this should be prime time for a Shrek return. Shrek versus Cena sometime down the line. Tease that or something. So yeah.
No, but the point is they can do both, you guys. They can have the Japanese stars and the international stars. I mean, it's just like Almighty Pride FC did, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're going.
I'm glad you both are here. I want to ask, what do you think about the dancing stuff with Genji Umeno and the Fundoshi?
On the VTRs?
Oh yeah,
it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious. You're talking about Shrek or
Shrek and I don't know. I don't recognize the two women. Were they the RIZIN?
Yeah, it was like one of the RIZIN PR girls. I think her name's Kana or.
Yes, Kana with one N. Kana with one N.
Was the other one Kurumi or no? Was a different girl?
Was that no, not Walnut? Maybe Kurumi. I always get Walnut. I always think Walnut because of the emoji we have in this.
I have to see the picture again.
Yeah. But I didn't know that was Shrek, because I haven't seen him bald. I have not seen him bald. But then I was like, oh wait, that is actually Shrek. That is. Well, they're gonna. Kolesnik preparation episode could sell 200 tickets, maybe 220 tickets. That would be I have to say that may be that could possibly be the most boring. I'm just gonna say Kolesnik is not the most exciting guy. Did you see Hafid's interview with Dalbeck? I felt so bad that Dalbeck was giving nothing to Hafid. He was just,
Drew, you're covering your microphone with your finger, bro.
Oh, sorry. I'm just saying that I don't know if the Kolesnik preparation episode might be the most boring preparation episode of all time. If they did it.
With Dalbeck?
I felt bad for Hafid because Dalbeck was giving him nothing in that interview. It was just so stoic and just I respect my opponents and all that.
Look at Furuhata's comment. See, they used to do 16-man Grand Prix. Why can't they do it again?
That was when RIZIN was only doing 2 or 3 shows, and they kind of just what was it?
No, dude. There's no reason they can't do it again. All they did is they just wanted they wanted to guarantee a Japanese fighter in the final. That's it.
That's fine. It. Oh yeah, that's fine. And they'll probably admit that.
So they need to return. They need to reject this modernity of going with only single night. No one night Grand Prix. Only 8 fighters. They need to return to tradition.
And Andrew, another thing I think is because I'm wondering if the fighters themselves don't want to do it at this point.
Well, also I'll tell you why they don't do one night anymore, J Wolf. Do you remember when Kai lost to Ogikubo in that one night tournament because he broke his hand? That's why. That is probably why they stopped it, because Kai was supposed to win that. That was supposed to be Kai's tournament, and Ogikubo won it because Kai broke his hand fighting. I think it was Takizawa.
It was Takizawa, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, still, if that had been not a one night tournament, or one night Grand Prix final, then if he broke his hand during Takizawa, he still would have broke his hand and wouldn't have been able to fight in the final anyways. I mean, what the heck?
Okay, so used to be a RIZIN ring girl. Okay, I thought she was still a RIZIN ring girl. Anyway, guys, we do have to wrap this up. But Mike, I'll start with you. Did you have a fight of the night and or finish of the night?
Yes. Finish of the night was Ando Jiyoung Yang, and the fight of the night was Soya and Alibek.
Jay Wolf, I will ask you the same questions.
Finish of the night has to be Ando with the blood spurting rear naked choke. That was sensational. The way it killed him. That was just, man, for a submission to take for a submission to take finish of the night, you know it's gonna be awesome. And Ando's submission was definitely the finish of the night. For fight of the night, I want to go echo what Mike was saying about Alibek and Soya, but since he already said that, I'm gonna pick the prelim one with Taiga because of how much superior rule set action that one had in it. I thought that was freaking sensational. And then Takakenshin right after had the best strike of the night with the big boy stomp that landed. That was absolutely sensational. So that's what I'm going to pick.
Okay. I'll just say fight night, Kanehara Yaman. Fucking amazing. When they upload it to YouTube, I'm going to watch it again. And sub KO, I think we all said Ando. I think we could all agree on that. And then
Star making.
Yeah. Double star making. And
No,
listen,
5-star making.
5-star making. 5-star. And then I'll let's say Ali
No,
Beck.
6 stars. 6 stars.
6 stars. Ali Beck's KO over Soya. Listen, we can't give the Shinryu over Ursan because that was Ursan submitting himself more, right? That was
No, the only one you could give it to KO the night to is either between Gazimadov or Yaman.
Yeah.
Those are the two best KO the nights.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the I was debating, like, did Kanehara get knocked out, or did he kind of just, like, was he so tired the punch was enough? It was kind of both, okay. Because then he got up, like, right after. He looked, yeah, he's just laying down on the back. He looks like he's not knocked out. That's why I want to watch that fight again while
you know what's knock on the night? Sodakin saving the heavyweight GP and making you guys all butthurt, beating your boy Ueda.
I knew you were going to say that, fucker. Anyway, J Wolf, I want. Where can people reach you?
On the RIZIN FF fans Discord, my favorite place. I love it there with you guys. It's so much fun in there. Just remember, you can do anything. It's Wild West. Just don't be racist and don't post illegal links. That's it. Everything else goes. It's fucking awesome. Then on Twitter or X, you can find me at JAYYOLF1. It's misspelled on purpose. That's what it was way back when I first started commenting on Yahoo message boards way back in the day. Easy to search, everything. So just follow me. If you're a real person, not some bot, I'll follow you right back. And then also tomorrow, check us out on the Focus Fights review show. We're going to a more long-form review show on Focus Fights tomorrow with Jay Krish and Mr. Ohio. I think you might be there as well.
No, I got some to do tomorrow.
Oh, darn. Okay. Drew, are you going to be there tomorrow or no?
I might be there for a little bit, but then I'm going to have to maybe vamonos a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, everybody check that out. And then right here on sometimes with Aisha on the City Life Project, we do fantastic preview shows. I don't know if he's going to do a review show this time, but
tell him to stop uploading them the day of the fucking shows. My God, I have to put him on 100 speed.
No, but this time we did it where he made it live for his members. And then he did an upload of the day of the show for an edited version.
Okay, so technically, okay. So that's, okay.
Yeah, and then right here on the City Life, right here on the We Are RIZIN podcast. Appreciate you having me on, Drew. I love my GPs. I appreciate you letting me talk about them.
Mr. Ohio, you're on the Discord. So
yep, Mr. Ohio. That's it.
Join the Discord, folks, if you're not here. Also, I forgot to say at the beginning, please like, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below. Just make a comment on anything. I don't care what you say. Say,
and eat your shroom bars.
Oh, yes. I'll get to that in a second.
Eat your vitamins and shroom bars and say your prayers.
Oh, and speaking of which, I know that, speaking of your prayers and vitamins, I know he was what he was and what he said, but still part of my childhood, and I'll just say it. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.
Yes, thank you, sir. I'm glad because you brought up earlier. Absolutely.
Say that in the comments. So write Hulk Hogan RIP in the comments because it helps the algorithm, all that stuff. And yes, eat your vitamins, say your prayers, and take your shroom bars.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, whatever you think of him as a person, he was still a huge influence on a lot of people.
Yeah, he
well, let me tell you something, brother. You gotta eat your shroom bars and use the code WAR for 25% off your first order. Go to eatshroombar.com, brother. But anyways, we gotta go, guys. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. Please tune in for whatever will be the next show. We'll have some we're gonna have some 10-year anniversary RIZIN type shows. There'll be a 51 preview, review, all that stuff. But please tune in for everybody who tuned in. Like, subscribe, comment, please, and thank you again so much. Again, appreciate the support from everybody around the world. Take care.
Pride never die. Pride has risen.
Hey guys.